appear 3 times. First for Honda's Tom Christensen. Then roll over and take a bow, Class B driver Alan Morrison. Stoppage came when James Thompson lost his Honda and in the process wiped out our cameraman. A lucky escape for James. To retire, some problems for him. No problems for Jason Plato though, because he's right up behind Peter Cox and he's pushed him off. Cox has been pushed into the infield. Welcome back to touring cars, Peter. Round in the corner now. Oh, hello boys, what's going on there? That's Jason Plato about to pounce, gives him a nudge, and another one, a left, right, left, and then a punch, and he's off! Oh, Matt Neal has not helped himself. Now we've got a right-hander, McLean, something's got to give here. That's Plato on the inside, and he shovels Christensen straight into the door, and Christensen's off. Reed says, I'll have a bit of this as well. Menu's been held up. Reed puts his nose down the inside, shoulder to shoulder. In a door-handle-to-door handle battle with the championship leader, Alain Menu. Ford making a lunge down the inside into Allards for the first time. Rademacher and Plato side by side, and that's one of the Fords off. It's Rydell. Rydell off in a very big way.
We're on board with Tarquini. You've got Reed on the right, Christensen in the middle, Rydell on the outside, and literally the 2 Fords, Constantino the Honda.
Leslie slides through on the inside. He's off. Leslie spun, Neal's off with him. They're going over 100 miles an hour through there. Amazingly, no major contact. That was a huge moment. To try to get past, and that's a car off, that's a Ford, that's Menu. Alain Menu is off. We've got a break soon, under brakes now. There's some contact. Whoa. That's Jason Plato. Jason Plato looks like he tagged his teammate. That's Rydell is off as well. Muller's caught up in that. Muller's feelings were obvious to all. Place on the track, Wally.
Yes, it is. Big disappointment.
And Muller! Oh, that felt so good, he thinks to himself. Is the lead and control of the car on the exit to Copse Corner. Very, very badly for Jason. He's just lost a spot to his teammate. He's just lost a spot to Reed. And now he's been shutted off as well. I think that was a Honda maybe. When Anthony Reed rammed his teammate Ricard Rydell, whilst battling with Vincent Rademacher for 6th, came together on the exit of Luffield. Rademacher lost control of his car onto the infield and then T-boned Reed as he came back onto the track out of control. Both cars suffering severe damage. All he could do was wonder what the hell had hit him. From this onboard shot, you get a graphic idea of the impact sustained by. Place ahead of us is Alain Menu, around the carousel, now through, big curb hopping both sides. Runs it, whoa, actually runs it very wide. An absolute tank slapper from Jason Plato, and he's off. Slide, round and round we go. On the infield, and ahead of us is the Hondas. Tight left-hander, and unbelievable! That's a huge accident. That was the back on shore of Tarquini's car. Plato has absolutely nailed that.
Plato just didn't seem to slow down. I mean, all of a sudden, the gap between the Honda and the Vauxhall just evaporated.
Back open. Just had a big shunt, the throttle's just stuck. Made the wall about 5.
They'll have heard it now. Let's have a look what happened on board with Jason.
Well, you can see nothing happens. He lifts off, but the car just keeps going. Of course, Tarquini's slowing down at the same time. The combination of those two is just like a massive motorway accident.
Now here's the view back from Matt Neal's car. And you can see the force of that impact. Now Jason's teammate Muller was following.
In fact, just the quick thinking of Plato, he used Tarquini to bait.
And fortunately the impact was not too straight on. Just follow a little bit to the barrier, and the car just smashed into the barrier.
Comes down into the chicane, brakes, and
he's not on the limit, Waddy, he's over it. Sideways, Lemmer loses it. Easy, Tiger. Christensen got his light damage to the steering. Oh, that's Tom Christensen, and his front right steering arm, I guess, something like that, has collapsed. The sprint race, though, was more about survival than racing. A first lap incident involving James Thompson brought out the first of 2 safety cars. Then after the restart, this big moment involving the Ford of Alain Menu and the Vauxhalls of Ivan Muller and Vincent Rademacher. Cue the second safety car of the evening, and all this before it's even become dark. His lead on the rest of the field, out of the dark, the Class B boys were at play. Mark Lemmer being turned around at Russell Corner. Gabriele Tarquini, who qualified his Honda on pole position, lost all his advantage. Coming up into the hairpin for the first time, Reed to the left of us, and Reed is off. Look as though he reversed off the track. Now there's a bit of a dust storm there down in Bottom Bend. There's the Class B runners, and there's contact. That's Collard in the Nissan getting a front and rear end bang up the Armco. Get started again.
They're ready for a race, and they are away. Anthony Reed on the left. Ricard Rydell switches to the left, and he hits Alain Menu. Rydell and Menu touch. Rydell is wounded. He's out. Reed is still through. He's leading. Rydell is stopped in the middle of the track. Is everyone fed past? Yes, they have. No, one of the Alfa Romeos. That's Ferrier. He's been caught up in that. Clipped somebody as well. Been turned to the infield. Now here's another look at Gavin Piper. That's Kay. So there was contact. Somehow Piper tagged the back of Kay, and there was Dan Eves in the Peugeot, and there he goes. Big shot. That was a big accident. Now that's a car we're not going to expect to see out in the feature race, and luckily, well, you don't.
That's Alain Menu right beside us. In through Maggott's corner. We've got to turn right in a second. Neil and Menu very close. Jason Plato. Menu is off. Menu is spinning. Can he hold it? Menu is off, and Plato. Jason Plato has collected him on the turn into Beckett's.
Sideways, and I had nowhere to go but kind of stop, and I kind of stopped waiting for him to get out of my way, and I got a punt up the rear, and that sent me into Alain, so I don't think so.
And an absolute death wobble there for Matt Neal, turning into the complex, hangs onto it, side by side, rubbing panels with each other. Big slide by Neil Tarquini through.
Great pass that began coming out of Abbey. Track position was critical. He got the drive up the hill. Oh, look at this!
And Tarquini tries to do exactly the same thing, and it doesn't work, and more impact. Ah, that's Anthony Reed.
Well, talk about deja vu. We saw the same thing happen to Anthony Reed some months ago in the first round here at Silverstone.
Now let's have another look. There's Anthony Reed going off backwards into Tarquini. He was turned around, and then, if you like, got his own back. Muller was right in the thick of that. Here's his view.
Well, Muller gets a very good view of it. What happens is Tarquini takes a very wide line, cuts back. Reed tries to stay in the middle of the road to prevent Tarquini coming through.
He went into the grass, and he come back onto the track, and he take me off.
Bit of instant retribution there. Points for second to be better than points for third. I want the point back. In down the inside. Oh! Just pats him out of the way, and Thompson is off, and Rydell back in P2. Matt Neal seems to have the corner, but Rademacher is going to muscle his way through, is he? He pushes him out of the way. This is not more like, oh, and almost picks up. Organised pandemonium there. And Anthony Reed, boy, he's getting really mad now. That's Matt Neal in the way, and he wants the place. Huge crowd gathered. Plato looking, lining him up down the inside. Can he get through? Excuse me. Down, there's a slower runner there. Tarquini moves. Tarquini is spinning. It works. Flashes lights. Dark blue light letting us know where he is now. Rademacher lunging down the inside. Contact, sliding sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, take your partners. Synchronized slide there. Through bridge and into the left-hander.
And all of a sudden, there he is. Well, we don't see him, but you can certainly see the effect. Massive dig in the left-hand door of Tarquini's Honda.
Makes you feel winded. There's another look. Gabriele Tarquini stands on the power there. Left and a right coming up here. There's the left, here's the right, and Reed is around. I don't know if there was contact, but Reed sliding across the track and off and in the gravel.
Well, that's awful. Anthony Reed, his championship is gone.
Christensen lets off some steam and then remembers who's paying his wages. But what about the last few laps?
I mean, what can you do at that time? It's just